strap in, get ready for it, because the energy is high, the chaos is high, the creativity is high, the overwhelm is present. Let's talk through it, I suppose. I've done some videos before when I'm in a state of like overwhelmed, but like struggling, sad, I'm so overwhelmed, everything's really hard, and like shown you the reality of what that looks like in the moment. But I actually don't feel like I've shown you the other side of that. It might come across in some of my videos, I don't know, I did them a long time ago, I don't really remember. But the flip side of that is the zone that I'm in right now, which, you know, some family in my life may have said seems like I'm high, which is an accurate depiction, which is when I'm like in good spirits, feeling creative, firing on all cylinders, got a lot of energy, woo, and I'm trying to figure out what to do with it. Could it be hyperactivity of ADHD? Maybe. Also, is it just good vibes? Yes. It feels like I am bursting and oozing with creative energy, and I'm feeling activated and ready to go. But of course, with that comes chaos and overwhelm at where you put this. So that's what I'm here to talk to you about today. Little explanation, side note, relevant thing. I am taking ADHD medication today. I am taking the 10 milligrams methylphenidate that I take 3 times a day. So this is me medicated, right? This is not like, it's still a thing to have to manage your mind. And the medication takes the edge off, but we still got to figure out where to channel the energy that I do have, even when it's been calmed a bit. Brief history of the day so far. I got up, I was feeling pretty lethargic. Clouds were in the sky. I joined an accountability session that I joined at like 9 o'clock. Before that, whacked my knee on the bed one of those days. Internet wouldn't work. Phone then wouldn't charge. Managed to fix it in time for my 10 a.m. client. Had my 10 a.m. client. Best time. Loved it. And I think partly because I'm just like enjoying what I do, and then I don't have... Okay, this is a lie. I was going to say I don't have calls for the rest of the day. I have a social call at 2 and I have a client consult at 6 or 7. Basically, the next portion of the day, I feel free to get on with stuff, and I'm not in waiting mode. And then I went for a walk, and then the brain sparks be flying, and I sent some emails while I was on it, and then I've got these ideas, and I've got an idea of my priorities and what I need to do, and one of them is record YouTube videos, but it's like my head is alight with fireworks of joy and excitement and creativity, flailing everywhere, not even flailing, purposefully darting in shards around. And then I came back. I'm halfway through a sandwich. Oh, I spilled my Pompeirs. I'm halfway through a sandwich. I needed to eat, but I wanted to start the video. I didn't want to faff around with lighting or shadow or any of that because it'll slow me down. I don't want to be slowed down. But it's a lot. It's a lot. Let me just retrieve this fallen soldier. So what do we do now? I cut this bit out, but this was a long pause of me actually just being like, let's just be calm for a minute. In fact, you know what? I'm going to eat my sandwich. In quietness. Don't worry, I won't put you through the chewing sounds. Okay, so here's my tips for handling creative overwhelm. Energy, creative, energetic, excitement, overwhelm when it strikes you. Number 1, follow a thread. Follow one thread, any thread. For example, I've decided to follow the thread of this video straight to you here. There's so many other things floating around in my head that I also could, would, should, wanna, might do. But I just thought we're gonna capitalize on that moment. And when I capitalize on the moment, I will often do it to the detriment of some other things like quality, if you're bothered about your lighting and stuff, like planning. I haven't thought this through before saying it. Now, sometimes this does come back to bite me. I have quite a lot of videos that I've created, not quite a lot, maybe like 3 I've created in this state. And then when come back to it, I've been like, oh, I just missed a whole chunk of stuff there. So there is like an argument for choosing a thread and then slowing down for a moment in case it requires some planning. But generally, the action is better than the non-action. And I know part of the struggle with this overwhelm and paralysis with it is how do you even take the first action? But I like to just think of the mantra of like, it doesn't matter. Nothing matters. It really doesn't matter. Just grab something and have a go at it. Secondly, detach yourself from the view that this intense, excited energy is going to result in a crash, and therefore you should manage your energy levels accordingly. Now, yes, you should manage your energy levels, i.e. if you see yourself going like so intensely into something that you're like, ah my god, you're going to completely burn yourself out, being aware of that and being able to like put in measures to support yourself to calm down and stuff can help. But my point is, when I'm in this energy, if I spend the time being like, oh no, it's all gonna end in tears, she's gonna wear herself out, then I just waste more energy and time trying to stifle myself. Whereas if I kind of just hold myself in this place that's like, I've got a lot of energy right now, what can we do with that? Where can we put it? What idea can we grab and run with? It feels better, it's more productive if that's what you're caring about, and the rest bit, the fall, the calmer bit will come. I will crash by 3 o'clock today, but I would do that anyway. So capitalizing on this moment. And lastly, externalize it. Get everything out of your head. Now, the prospect of that and the process of it can feel overwhelming in itself, but honestly, I do not think I would function as a human being if I didn't externalize everything that I'm thinking about. Now, in case you haven't noticed, I'm a very hyperverbal person, so it helps. But I write things in narrative in my journal. I write mind maps. Sometimes I write lists, but I don't tend to do linear. So what I would say when it comes to externalizing your ideas or your thoughts or what's overwhelming you is don't force a structure on yourself. Don't force a structure on yourself. A lot of the clients that I work with are always surprised when I don't do things in a linear fashion, and it helps them because they see themselves as linear people. Like, we need that structure and that order. But actually, for most of us with ADHD, our brains don't work in a linear way. So you're enforcing a path and a framework on a brain that wants to go everywhere. Let it go everywhere. Externalize your thoughts, your ideas, everything in your head, and do not set any rules on what that needs to be or what it needs to look like. To help you, I'll show you mine. Now, I'll be honest, I've been avoiding doing this because I don't know how to film it. I want to do it on paper, but I want you to see it. And what I keep doing when I try this is I just do it and then think I'll figure it out later, and then I come to edit it and I'm like, this didn't work. Do. How am I going to make this work? This is going to be funny. Fuck. You see how I managed to figure this out? Also, can we just take a minute to appreciate the US Office Lego set? I'll keep it on my desk. These guys keep me company. What time we have? In chaos we find... What if I hold the camera here? Oh, it's gonna be madness. See, I need the camera to just stay like this, basically.